Hi there YouTube, Big G back in with another video, and I've laid out a number of boxes you can see here full of all sorts of goodies. Now these are actually all duplicate items and things that I have up for trade or sale if somebody wants to purchase them, but normally I prefer to trade. So I'm going to go through the items and go through the boxes for you so that we can, and if there's anything that catches your eye, you can contact me and let me know. But otherwise, just a huge big mixed bag of all sorts. So let's get into it. Let's start off with the Philips G7000 stuff. Great old system. Couple of games there, and I've got 3 systems that are, I think 1 or 2 are working. I'm not sure. I would have to test them for you, obviously. As you can see at the back here, they're different systems. This is the one that actually has the joysticks that can actually plug in and plug out. This has got the ones fixed, but I've modded it already. I don't think that one works, or possibly it works. I would test them beforehand, obviously. Great old machines, these. So 3 Philips G7000s with their controls in various states and a number of games. And you can see how those moths have eaten those labels. Okay, onto the Commodore stuff. 2 printers, a couple of cassettes, as well as a boxed 1541 drive, a plotter, and 2 more 1541 drives. Whether they're working or not, I'm not sure. I've never plugged or played any of this stuff or even tried any of this stuff. Just been lying in boxes in my garage, taking up space. So this printer seems to be in pretty good condition. Actually, both of them don't look too bad. This is a VC. I can't really make out there. I think that was for a Vic. I'm not sure. A couple of ribbons as well, which have you can see have been really used. Both ribbons have been well used, so I don't think you can actually use them anymore. And yeah, you can see they're pretty badly used. And the cassette decks, various states, you can see the one's pretty yellowed, but otherwise 3 of them, they're pretty bulletproof and they normally work. As well as you can see the boxed and complete 1541 drive and a very nice color printer plotter. This is the printer plotter, 1520 is a serial. You can see it's very clean. Whether it works or not, I have no idea. I've never plugged it in, never even tried to get it up and running. I don't really ever want to either. It's not something I'd ever use. It's got a couple of those plotter pens there and the little plastic goodie for the roll of paper, which is also there, and even a sealed brand new plotter pen, I suppose you would call it. The polystyrenes are in good condition, and the little plotter is in good condition. This is the 1541 drive. You can see it's actually got a hardwired into it, one of those interface cards. I think that's one of those FOSS loaders or something like that. I'm not sure. Just lift it out of its polystyrenes. There it is there. Whether it works or not, I'm not sure. You can see there that interface card is hardwired into it, and like I said, I think it's to do with the actual as a speed loader. Yeah, we got a couple of VICs and a Commodore 64. This Commodore 64, I'm not sure whether it works. I would test it. It's been modded already. I'm not sure what mod that is. It's been put onto it. It's actually in this bread bin. C64 is actually in good condition. The VICs have seen better days. You can see a couple of keys are loose. Whether they work or not, again, I'm not sure. I do have power supplies and cables and all that sort of thing for all of these machines, but I'm not going to show them now because they're in boxes as well. I know one of these definitely does work. Which one? I'm not sure. Hopefully it's the one with just the one key missing. But otherwise the VICs are pretty old. This was actually some software that came with that boxed 1541 drive. You can see there, and the printer, the manuals for them, and quite a few discs of all sorts. You can see there a whole lot of floppies with different software and games, etc, etc, etc. I've never tried any of this stuff. I have no idea if any of it works or not works. I actually haven't even gone through this box before, but it's just been lying in my garage, so up for trade if anybody's interested in it. Easy Script, I think I've got 2 of these sets of Easy Script. That's why this one is here, and there's the discs for the Easy Script word processor. Manual seems to be there, and again, you know, I've got all the cords and cables and power supplies. Yeah, the Sega stuff and some Ataris. 6 switches as well as the 4 switches. I don't think the 4 switcher works, if memory serves me correct. One of the 6 switches I think does work, I'm not sure. You know, these things have just been lying around there. A Master System 2, possibly it works. I haven't tested it. I can always test it if necessary. I do have power supplies and cables and all sorts for all of these machines. Now there's 2 clones here. The ones with the blue buttons are clones of the Sega 16, and that's the original, which is the one with the 2 red buttons. Whether they work or not, I'm not sure. I know the one that I modded has issues with memory, I think it is, because the screen is all garbled. So up for spares. Now we move on to some Creative Vision stuff. Again, I'm not sure if it works. I know the keypads not all the buttons work on these keypads. I actually don't have a single set of Creative Vision keypads that works 100%. There's always 1 or 2 keys. The tape deck, you can see I've already tried to mod it or fiddle on it before, or actually I think this one I actually tried to fix because somebody had cut off the bit that actually connected to the machine and tried to turn it into a normal cassette player. The Intellivision, again, also I'm not sure whether it works. Can always be tested, but otherwise it actually looks like it's in pretty good shape. Now we move on to a whole lot of clones in that, and this is an Ingersoll little handheld Pong game. Again, I don't know if it works, it's battery controlled. And then all of these little Famicons, these are all clones of Nintendo Famicom. They play the Nintendo Famicom games, of which I have buckets of. So if you are interested in one of these clone machines, I can always send you pictures of games as well, because I've got numerous games for these Famicons. Very common here in South Africa. Now we move on to some other Nintendo stuff. Some stuff that's in boxes. I purchased new, but you know, at discounted prices. It's stuff that I don't really collect myself. This Game Boy, it's actually a battery pack for a Game Boy. It's got the little leaflets and pamphlets and so forth. I know I've got the manual somewhere. That's external connected, I think, to connect 2 Game Boys together. And this little Game Boy, if memory serves me correct, does work, but it's very yellowed. I was going to try and freshen it up a bit, but I already got another Game Boy. And it comes in this little case, protective case. These are Ben 10 Wii, for the Wii remotes, protection sleeves, as well as a DSi charger. Again, Ben 10 themed, brand new in box. Another Wii remote controller protector for Ben 10. So a lot of Ben 10 stuff out there. Car charger for a DS, still new in box. And then strangely enough, a car charger for a Wii. I never thought you'd need one for a Nintendo Wii, the white one. A leather case for a DS. And this is definitely used. Whether it works or not, I'm not sure, but it's the rechargeable batteries for the Wii remotes, as well as a used white remote for a Wii. And then these are screen protector covers, also brand new, as well as a extra stylus and so forth for the Wii U remote, and some more nunchucks, brand new in box. The black ones, I actually have a lot of white ones, so I don't use these black ones. And another sleeve protector for a Wii remote, and a spare copy of Darksiders 2. You can see there I paid 10 Rand for it, you know, 50p. Brand new, never been played, Darksiders 2. So a bunch of, then there's the manual for the rechargeable battery for the game. Now move on to some Sinclair Spectrum stuff. And some rubber keyed Spectrums in poor condition. A lot of microdrive cartridges, interface ones, and even a good old +2 128. You can see these are pretty well used. The face plates are loose, the keyboard membranes are broken. The machines may work, but the membranes definitely are shot. And I wasn't going to import, or I have already imported a few membranes, but I wasn't going to import any more because these are spare machines. The +2 also doesn't work. I'm also up for spares. I have tested it before. It was going to be a project, never get around to it. Some interface ones, and you can see it comes from a company, so it's actually quite interesting that back in the day this company, it was actually called Elco here in East London, a very famous shopping retailer, and they ran their whole accounting department on these Sinclair Spectrum machines. There's some interfaces, some Kempston, I think it's Kempston interfaces, as well as a 16K power pack for a, I suppose for a ZX80 or 81, a Decatronics interface, and unknown interface, must be also for a ZX80 or ZX81. Lots and lots of micro drives, as well as the little cables that you use to connect the micro drives to each other. There you can see some extra ones there on the sides of the interface one for the micro drive. And this is all their accounting software. So it shows you some businesses back in the day did run their businesses on a Sinclair Spectrum and backed their stuff up to micro drives. And I do have the software, that the Password and all that software, which I'll show you just now. But there's the good old micro drive. You know, these things are 30 years old. I've never used, never tested. I've just got hosts and hosts of them. But it's still a lot of history. And yeah, you can see a lot of there's the some micro drive software with the little 4-pack carrier boxes. I think that's Password, and there's some more stuff there, you know, with all sorts inside. And here's some spare games, Manic Miner from Bug Bite version, Ghostbusters. These are all duplicates, all complete. It's chess, cookie, as well as good old checkered flag. Real classic old games, all duplicates. Taito Coin Op, also complete with manual, with tapes. These boxes are too big for me to keep in my book rack, so that's why I'm getting rid of them. They're not duplicates. And Konami Arcade, it's actually a very nice compilation, this. Great manual and that, but I got nowhere to put it. It's just too big. And these are big box Spectrum games. I'm just battling to get it open. There you can see it's got a beautiful manual. All the games and the tapes are in there. So compilations. And I'm also running out of space, so I need to make space in my games room. This is a graphics pack, one of the tutorial ones. It's got 2 manuals in. I think it's part of a series. I see book 3, I think it's book 2 and book 3, or book 3 and book 4 for a series, with the tapes. Maybe there's some budding artists out there who want to, and here's another arts, OCP Art Studio. You see here's the software that that company was using. There's Password together with the microdrive cartridge for it. It's got the manuals in it. Password 3, Beta Basic 3.0. It's got the tape, it's got the manual. I've never tried it, never used it. I don't think I ever will, but there may be somebody out there that could actually make use of it, or could trade me for something else. Now while we look at this, guys, the stuff that I'm looking for is anything MSX, anything Spectra Video, or just let me know what your duplicates are. Here's HiSoft Dev Pack, also for the ZX Spectrum. It's got the tapes and discs, or whatever. I actually missed that. Task copy with the tape, and task print. So yeah, quite interesting to see the bits and pieces that companies use. There's Password 2. Yeah, this was cutting edge back in the day. And HiSoft Basic as well. So another basic package for the Spectrum. Manual and tape is in there. Again, I have no idea whether it works or doesn't work. Machine code tutor for those machine code programmers out there. I battle with machine code. I need to learn it, but it really is not easy. But I'm trying to learn it on the Spectra Video, so I'll never get around to learning it on the Spectrum, although it uses the same processor. And the Artist 2, this has got the manual in, but I couldn't find the tape. I may have the tape lying around somewhere, I'm not sure. The Artist 2, but it's definitely got the manual, it's got the box. So maybe somebody else out there has actually got the tape for it. And this is the OCP one. I just wanted to check there. And there's the good old infamous lens lock that you need to be able to get into these programs. I remember using that for games and being very frustrated back in the day. So it looks pretty complete, the package. And the lens locks are quite difficult to find as well. So they're quite rare. Some great old Spectrum software. Here's some Commodore. I think these are, I'm not really that affair with them. I've never really used them, but yeah, these are freeze frames or cards that you use are supposed to cheat in games. I've never really used them. Or FOSS loaders. I think they're actually FOSS loaders. There's a freeze frame, it's boxed. I'm sure these things possibly work. Never tested, never gonna, I doubt I'll ever use them. And yeah, some Dreamcast stuff and an Xbox. The Dreamcast controllers, I've got about 5 of them that are new in box, thanks to Fabio, and you know, I can trade some of them, you know, for something else because I've got so many of them. And some of these VMUs, brand new in box as well. The GameCube, I haven't tested it, whether it works or not, but it looks like it's in pretty good condition. And some more of those little mini Nintendo Game & Watches, which are actually quite great. I used some of them as part of a giveaway recently, but there's 4 different varieties and I've got quite a few of them, so they'd also be up for trade. The Xbox, I did try to switch it on, it doesn't switch on, so that would be up for spares. I don't know if there's what's wrong with it. I haven't even tried to fiddle on it yet. He has a set of arcade joysticks for the Famicom. Whether they work or not, I've never tested them, but they actually look quite nice. I do have another one that is a black one that I use, so I'm never going to need 3 of them. So I've got 2 of them that are up for trade. And they've got the turbo buttons and all that sort of thing. So they're for the Famicom. And 2 MVS games that are duplicates. Shock Troopers Second Squad, awesome game. And Metal Slug 2, also a great game. Fantastic games for the Neo Geo MVS, if there's any collectors out there. And for the machines that I already do collect for, I've got quite a few Spectra Video 328s. There's 2 of them, as well as a 318 that's got the hard keyboard on, and a SVI. There's a 318. It's missing a key, as you can see. This machine doesn't work. I don't know what's wrong with it. This 328 also doesn't work, but the third 328 does work, and it's in pretty good condition, works 100%. Yeah, you can see the 728 is brand spanking new. Yes, the box may look a little bit neglected, but the machine is pristine and works 100%. Got the power supplies, got the cables, got the cords, got the manuals, got everything for the 728. Just the box is a little bit tattered. So guys, overall a lot of different bits and pieces. So if there's anything out there that you have that's duplicate, let me know. PM me, send me a message. If there's anything here that's caught your eye, or anything that you would like me to test for you to see if it is working. If you don't have anything to trade, then make a price, or just, you know, and then obviously we'd have to just work out what the postage is and things like that. I'm a collector, not really a reseller, so I'm more interested in trading, but otherwise I will sell so that I can then use those funds to purchase something else on eBay, or that I'm particularly looking for. I do have a lot of power supplies, a lot of cables, a lot of bits and pieces for all of these machines that I can that I can also trade as well. So guys, yeah, let me know. Go through it, go through your duplicates. Let me know if there's anything that you've got that I may be interested in. So yeah, cheers. I'm waiting to hear from you guys. Cheers.